Hello, welcome back to Father-of-Two Plays Pillars of Eternity, Blind. Last time we finally made our way to Defiance Bay, and we got a quest to help a man who may have some substance abuse problems move on from his engagement to a woman. So, this is his house. I think his name was Pernisk. And we're gonna talk to him. It seems like there's a lot of mercenaries and addicts in here. A couple of crude beds have been improvised from an assortment of tattered blankets and pillows. Dribbles of some dark liquid stain the fabric. Would it be stealing to check what's on the table? Probably. A lot of mercenaries in here. There's Pernisk. Oh, the mercenary won't let us past. The guard holds up a hand as you approach. You can turn right back around. The lower floor is all yours, but nobody goes upstairs. What's up there? The guard shakes his head. What do you think? The bedroom, all that. Private things, I'm saying. You don't go creeping through other people's rooms. Any chance you could look the other way? No, I'm not gonna bribe him. Alright. We'll talk to Pernisk first, then. Someone has peeled the labels from these bottles. They're stuffed with a dark, gunky pulp that gives off a pungent odor. This book of Valian love sonnets has a dedication on the first page. To my beloved Kynra.
How do you do?
The man before you flashes you a toothy and rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Pernisk, and this, he gestures to the room around you, is my humble abode and place of business. And I do hope you're in here to do some business. He glances at the nearby guard. Seems like a lot of guards for one man. You must be popular. Pernisk raises a brow. Sure, right. Very perceptive. This business attracts some less pleasant types. Sometimes the clientele get a little pushy, and every so often someone even turns out to be snooping into things they shouldn't, and lessons have to be taught. His face shivers with a quick, unreadable emotion. I'm sure you're too smart to get wrapped up in all of that, of course. I keep it simple. If you have the coin, I have the Zvef. You're free to make use of the premises, so long as you don't do anything stupid. Aw, darn it, I hit one of the buttons on there. We could go back and read it, but I don't know what I said to him. I must have hit 1, so I gave him the ring. My bad. I keep it simple. If you have the coin, I have the Zvef. You're free to make use of the premises, so long as you don't do anything stupid. And you don't get to tangling with the other customers now. Pernisk claps his hands together. What can I get you? So we gave him the ring. Kynra asked me to give you this. Pernisk takes the ring and turns it in his fingers. Nice. What's this for? You don't recognize the wedding band you gave Kynra? Pernisk laughs. Oh yeah, I see now. She making a statement, is she? Good riddance to her, then. Sorry I ever spent the coin to begin with. Now, is that all? Seems a difficult thing to forget, giving your grandmother's ring to someone. Maybe she's just not worth remembering, eh? Pfft. Well, you're playing lapdog for her and all. Why don't you go back and tell her to keep clear of here? She seemed to care for you. Why are you doing this? Plenty of stars in the sky. Tell her to go set up at the Salty Mass if she's feeling lonely, Pernisk shrugs. Me and her are done. How dare you hit your own fiancée? How can you live with yourself? She was asking for it, Pernisk growls. Sort of like you, right now. Maybe you ought to quit digging around in affairs that don't concern you. Me? I've got business to get back to, he points. Doors that way. Something's not right here, and I don't plan on leaving until I find out what's going on. Pernisk's eyes narrow. Then you won't be leaving at all, friend. I was tired of wearing this face anyhow. He raises a voice. Guards, to me! A wizard. Oh god, okay. Well, we might not survive this. We'll pull Nyrid to us. I had a feeling that's what was going on. Magic may help us here. Hits everyone, so I can't use that. This doesn't hit our own guys, so we'll use that. Kana, let's get you using the sword. Why don't you take on that guy? Wolf, what can I get you doing? I should have known better. Okay. Let's do a circle of protection. Okay, let's see what happens here. Now. I think we can use that safely. Let's take a look again. No, it's hitting Halcyon, isn't it? It is. That would hit my own guys as well. Okay, let's hit Nyrid with this. Not that one. Necrotic Lance. Alright. What else can we do here? Repulsing Seal, I think. Now, Halcyon, why don't you use one of these? That should help the party some. Let's use Force of Anguish. See if we can knock down one of these suckers. Stop! Nyrid staggers back, holding a bloody hand in front of him. I give up! Just leave and I'll go peacefully, alright? Too late. Okay. It's really hard to see where everyone is. We should wound this guy, I think. Another guy down. Let's use one of these. Add air. Let's start knocking guys down.
Hey.
And you can start laying into them with damage. Kana. There we go. Oh, Durance, get up here. Kana, can you get around? No. Okay, she's getting wounded. Which makes her more dangerous. And it's really hard to see what's going on over here. Oh, that helps, though. Actually. Let's mark a target here. Let's mark this one.
Yes.
She can heal herself. At her. Can you pull this guy? We don't need this anymore. Let's pull this guy over. No. Fair enough. Back to your fight then. We could use the other one of these that we have. Halcyon. What's this one? Yeah, gain endurance, so let's use this one. Another guy's down. Let's mark this guy.
Yes.
Alright. I wasn't sure we would survive this one, but it looks like we're doing not too bad, actually. Kana. No, let's, use that. Okay, actually. They don't matter. We took them all out. Oh, less this guy. Not bad. I mean, not good. I didn't want to kill all these people, but hey. They started it, and they stole that man's life, it seems. His body... Maybe he's dead, maybe he's not. I guess we'll find out. We'll take all. Then I actually want to look in here for the grimoire. Nereid's grimoire. Let's see if we can learn anything from this. Yes, we can. Let's take a look at what we can learn. Mirrored image, oh, hells yeah. Creates a duplicate, or duplicates of the caster to distract enemies, granting a high deflection bonus which is reduced with each hit taken. We will learn that. Eldritch Aim grants the caster otherworldly sight, resulting in preternatural accuracy for a short period. Yes. Oops. Spirit Shield surrounds the caster with a shield of spirit energy, granting an increased damage reduction and a concentration bonus.
Achoo!
Oh, bless me. I couldn't get to the mic mute in time. It will cost 100 copper for Aloth to learn this. Yes, we'll learn it. And last one, Crackling Bolt. Caster becomes a living generator for a powerful bolt of electricity that streaks out in a straight line and bounces off walls, harming anything caught in its path. Oh yeah. And we won't bother changing up our spells right now. However, we could equip another grimoire, couldn't we? Oh no, we can't yet. Or can we? No. I thought you could switch grimoires like mid-fight. Oh yeah, maybe if I put it in there. No, I wanted this one in there. Right, and try and give this to him? Okay. Well. Wellity, wellity, wellity. Take all?
Hey.
I wonder what we'll find upstairs. Let's give it a save. That's locked.
Well? What?
I think that he still has our... Oh, we should have checked. Whew, we should have checked for traps. But we didn't, and we got lucky. Something is... Oh, someone has peeled off the label. We read that one already, though. What's over here? I doubt the addicts mind. Svaf. I don't know if we'll get in trouble carrying that around. We could have taken... Actually, let's do that. Take a look at it. Svaf. Svaf can be traced to provisioners in the Valian republics, where the markets for the plant in question enjoy rapidly rising demand. Most commonly chewed or inhaled, Svaf is infamous for the near catatonic state in which it often places its adherents. Those who use it claim that the drug gives them a sense of urgency and meaning, lost when the effects fade. More colorful accounts claim that the drug allows one to look within themselves and witness the sight of their own soul.
Hi.
Oh, we don't need the grain. I think that says it's stealing. The pots are crusted shut with some unidentifiable gunk. I assume it's Svaf or something they're making it into. Some type of refining process.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Take a little peek here. First, now, Kana could switch back to his gun.
Following your lead.
We'll take a little peek around before we do anything else. We need to know what we're getting into. So they're pretty rich. A book. And I don't think we've read it. So, let's do that now, shall we? The moons of Eora, or Eora? Look up into the night sky and you'll see the moon, Belefa. Ubiquitous and persistent, she remains forever in view, but also forever out of reach. What many people do not know, however, is that our world is actually orbited by two moons, Balafa and Kaulda. Balafa, hanging low and large in the sky, Balafa travels swiftly in her race around the world, completing an orbit in about 18 days. This proximity and speed can cause extreme tide conditions in some areas, making the sea shift so quickly and rise so high that there are some beautiful coastal areas that are virtually uninhabitable for a good portion of the year. Before we learned the truth behind the cause of the tides, legend held that Andra, the goddess of the sea, was in love with the moon, and when she saw it in the sky, the tide's great waves and violent storms that happened were her attempts to reach it. This is why the moon is formally called Sen Balafa, or Andren Balafa, the beloved, or Andra's beloved. Kaulda. 315 years ago, the Grand Empire of Valia suffered from terrible storms and terrifyingly high and low tides. Records show the same thing was happening in the Adair Empire, and that several new Adairan colonies along the Deerwood coast were completely destroyed by storms and high tides that engulfed the settlements. At that time, during an eclipse, Glanfithan astronomers spotted something small orbiting near the edge of Balafa. After much study, they realized it was a small satellite with an extremely irregular orbit. They called it Kaulda Deb, the Black Runner. Since it is smaller than Balefa, it doesn't have as much effect on the world, but when it aligns with Balefa's orbit, it wreaks havoc on the tides and weather everywhere. This happens with an erratic frequency and severity, and have been dubbed the Lover's Tides. Kaulda has been rolled into the Andra myth, and when they are both in sight, her desire to reach them is increased tenfold, which is what causes the terrible weather. That's kind of cool facts about the world. And that they know about moons and stuff. They've come fairly far as astronomical knowledge goes. Okay. There, that should do it. Now, do we need that? Pull this guy in. We can all target... Let's see. We'll wait with him. Target this guy. You are already shooting. Okay, let's mark this guy as well. Whoa, did he use magic to appear behind me? Impressive. Let's see about knocking this guy down. Durance could attack him. Could also do this, actually. Aloth, why don't you use this up here?
Hey.
Pull this guy over to you. If you can. Try again. Aloth, why don't you hit these guys again? And we'll use this skill. Wolf. Alright, that guy's down. I think we should use that again. By that I mean the knockback attack. Okay, so those guys are down, just one guy left. Nice. We did it. Find greatsword, find flail, find spear, find stiletto, and find small shield. Take that, and then we'll take all... derp. Oh, and a key. Rusty bronze key.
Well?
I didn't want to do what I did and pick it all up to Halcyon, but that's fine. I did want to see about the shield compared to our shield. This one doesn't give us a minus to accuracy. That might be handy. It's very small, though. I kind of like the look of this one. That might not be a great reason to use something, but it's the reason I'm going to use it.
Hey.
Alright.
I shall be discreet.
Let's try and check for traps. It appears as though someone rummaged through this uneven row of books in a hurry. Copper Pand. Valoon. Valoon's namesake is a yellow-orange fruit found in Old Valia. These clear gemstones bear a similar yellow-orange color and are often cut like rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. Most of the world's known Valoon mines have long since dried up, and the stone has become one of the most sought after in recent years. Well.
Hey.
Okay. Oh, there's another place to check here. These jars are chipped and cracked as if knocked to the ground and set back in place. Wonder if Buddy's dead or if he's just being held captive. Adiran dialects. The sun does not set on the Adiran language. Those of us who commune with this proud language, or some derivative of it, populate every corner of Eora. Most of us speak this wonderful tongue known as... Most of us who speak this wonderful tongue know it as Adiran, but scholars and those obsessed with correctness often qualify it as modern or contemporary Adiran. This is to contrast the language you and I speak today with Eldadiran, the old elven language that was spoken in the Adiran Empire back before the pioneer settlers of the Deerwood built their longships. If Eldadiran could be considered the mother of the living Adiran, the language of Heilspeak could be seen as Adiran's cousin. Heilspeak is fading from common use, but many of the elves, especially the older ones, in the Adiran heartland still use this dialect. Whether you know it or not, you could read these words, you could understand... If you could read these words, you could understand Hillspeak, or Heilspeak. It is almost identical to Adiran, but includes a large vocabulary of archaic words that have fallen out of use in today's Adiran. When you hear bards sing old Adiran poems, there are often lines of chorus that sound like melodic nonsense inserted to complete rhymes. These are usually instances of words that are lost from our common language, but still used in Heilspeak. Though Heilspeak is familiar to speakers of so-called modern Adiran, the same cannot be said of our language's predecessor. Eldadiran is a dead language spoken by academics but not used in any major community. Eldadiran words are often familiar to Adiran readers, but the words use orthography that has since been abandoned. Unfamiliar accent marks abound. For example, Eldadiran contains some diphthongs that have no place in the modern Adiran, as well as a few tricky consonant clusters. Ia creates an aya sound that sounds like the colloquial salutation, heya. Ao sounds like ao. This sound is still used in the modern word Eora. Okay. Ao. Eora. That actually kind of helps me a bit. I'll probably forget. A, or I, is pronounced I, A-E, such as in Wraith. U-E and U create long O sounds, such as in loop. Y sounds like E, sounds as in B. G-J sounds like the consonant Y, as in U. SC sounds like sh, so you'd pronounce scop like shop. CG sounds like dij. End of the world like hedge. Confusing, but I understand. It is not uncommon for given names of Adirans, Deerwoodens, and Red Sarens to come from Eldadiran. Some examples. Aldwin is pronounced Aldween because of the long vowel sound in the Y. Dernisk is pronounced Dernish, since the final SC cluster sounds like sounds like an sh sound. Jester is pronounced Yestir on account of the GJ consonant cluster. Slack is pronounced sledge. Thirsk is pronounced Thiersch. Uskgrim is Ushgrim and not Uskgrim. Yingmar is pronounced Ingmar. Ingmar? Leading with a vowel sound. Okay. Interesting. That's actually highly interesting that they put that much time into it. Let's save. Pernisk, he's alive. One side of the overturned vase is splotched with crimson. Someone has gathered sheets and towels into a makeshift bed. The rumpled fabric is stiff with blood and unwashed sweat. A man lies, bound and bloodied, on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises, and blood is spattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. Gods, please, please no more. I can't take any more. I'm not here to hurt you. The man pauses, gazing up at you. You're not? Oh, praise Barath! You're not one of his men, are you? He glances nervously behind. He shakes his head. Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Pernisk. This is my house. You have to help me. Then who was that downstairs? An imposter. Some wizard named Nered. He came into my house, tied me up in here, tortured me, and now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling svaff inside my house. He blinks. This would be a lot easier if you weren't trying to hide something. Pernisk looks away, unable to meet your gaze. I may have hung onto a tiny portion of my supplier's share, but I needed that money. So what exactly happened? He sent over the wizard Nered, the man downstairs, Pernisk shudders, to make up the lost copper, I guess, and to hurt me while he was at it. Feels like it's been days. He's already taken care of. Pernisk stares at you. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. He grins weakly and then seems to remember something. You have no idea what you've done for me, but... He looks up at you and away again. I need to find my love, Kynra, only after whatever Nered put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you. Please, she must be somewhere in Copperlane. It's the only home she's known. And please don't tell her about the svaff, about what I do. I could make it worth your while. A discount, maybe? Perhaps you should trust her to make her own decisions rather than lie to her. I know. And I can't force you to keep this secret. I just don't want to lose her. After what happened here, I'm sure she won't have anything to do with Svaff or me if she finds out. Kynra sent me here in the first place. She did? Pernisk smiles brightly. That woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please bring her home and tell her that everything is back to normal. I'll go talk to her. I can't thank you enough, truly. How I've missed my poor Kynra. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie to her for you. She's gonna want to know what happened. What am I gonna say? A wizard just showed up and started selling svaff out of his house for no reason at all. So we'll go tell her, and we'll see what we can do to maybe help their relationship, but not lie. I don't think we should lie to her about it. I don't,
Here, kitty. Come on, I want to pet you.
I don't do things like that for money. We're doing fine for money. We don't need to compromise our morals just to get cash. Alright, she was in here, I'm pretty certain. Okay. What are we gonna tell her? I mean, we're gonna tell her the truth, but we don't really know what our conversation options will be, I guess, till we speak with her. Kynra looks up at you as you approach. What happened with Pernisk? Did you give him the ring? Pernisk was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Pernisk also deals svaff. She covers her mouth with her hand, shocked. Pernisk? My Pernisk is a svaff dealer? If I didn't know you for an honest man. She brings her fist down on the table, sloshing her drink. Damn it! How could I trust him after something like this? That he's lied to me for so long. She runs her hands through her hair and takes a deep breath. Should just be glad I found out about this before the wedding. Right now, he needs help and forgiveness. You think I could help him turn around? I hadn't thought of it that way. She sighs. You really do see the best in everyone. I appreciate what you have done for us, and I'm certain Pernisk feels the same way. You're always welcome to see us if you have, or if you need anything. Oh, and take this. She unclasped something from her neck. Picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. Unwavering resolve.
Hey.
I mean, maybe she can help him get straight. And I do tend to see the best in everyone. Or try to. Okay, so we finished a quest. Witch's Walk. Oh, cool. We get a little story here. We read this part before. I guess we'll just read the whole thing anyway. Every few years, an order of druids from around the Eastern Reach meets at Magran's Fork and performs a week-long processional along an ancient trail they believe was once used by the Angwithans. In recent years, the trail has seen little use by Kith, but is frequented by beasts and wilder. Due to the nature of the processional, the druids carry no weapons and take a vow to abstain from violence. They are seeking trustworthy mercenaries and adventurers to help protect them during their observances. Though the procession was long and fraught with peril, the only real threat to Sagani's safety was an attack by an adventuring company hoping to capture the druids and ransom them to their respective communities. With the help of the druids' hired mercenaries, Sagani was able to handily defeat the attackers. Unfortunately, one of the elder druids died during the attack, possibly due to the stress of the situation. In thanks for brave service, Sagani received an old druid's hat. Ooh. Let's take a look. Grants Menprogra's Curse, modal, charges remaining 8, plus 2 intellect. This broad, floppy hat was formerly in the possession of an old druid that you helped protect during a week-long druid processional along an ancient Angwithan trail. Despite your best efforts, the druid died during a mercenary attack. Her brothers and sisters, appreciative that you saved their lives, gave you her hat as a gift. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Cool. What else is happening? Did we complete? No, that's finished in 10 hours. Any more quests? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Did we get the hat? Like, do we have it on our person now? I doubt it. It's probably back at the fort, right? Yeah, that would make most sense. Intellect plus 2. Resolve plus 1. That actually might be good for our main character. Let's give this to her. Reflex plus 5. No, we'll give that to her. Give this to him. What do you got? Spell defense bonus. That's a good idea for him. Okay, you could wear this, though. And Halcyon can wear this. Alright. Yes. Mostly I want to wear that with him because the higher stats we have, the better conversation options we get.
Alright then.
Well, I feel good about what we did. Hopefully we helped those people out. Just had to turn down my heat there. Now, there's a couple things we need to do in town here. Let's take a look at our journal. This is the main one. Go to the Temple of Wotica. That's not what we want to do right now, though. The Records Archive. Adir believes he may be able to find more about the circumstances of his brother's death in Defiance Bay. He suggests there might be records of the Saints' War in the archive in the Ducal Palace. Okay, so we want to go to the Ducal Palace with him. Then we want to go to this place with Kana.
Of course.
Before we do that, let's have a little search around. Another ship lost. A Valian merchant vessel dashed against the merciless rocks. No survivors. Still, Andra's beacon lies dormant, its doors barred to all. The waters claim many more lives, I think it said. Laura.
Well met, friend.
The young woman stands by a cart, watching the crowd with large, bright eyes that focus on you as you approach. Take your time, traveler. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you've come to the right place. Okay, let's see what she has. Seal of Faith. +1 first level, +1 second level, and +1 third level spell uses. Wow, that is pretty awesome. +2 second level and +1 fourth level. That's up deflection. Ooh, up to everything. Except deflection, I guess. That seems good. And then scrolls. Ashwood cameo figurine. This intricate piece has been created from one small piece of ashwood. A raised relief has been carved across the front, depicting an eerie, beautiful figure standing beneath a large and twisting tree. Her face is turned slightly to regard the viewer, as if having just noticed their presence. Summon Delemgen. Huh. That's weird. Potions. Ingredients. Lots of ingredients. Okay. Well, I think we're good, but thank you. Narmer.
Hail and well met.
The merchant smiles brightly. Well met, traveler. Are you interested in purchasing any rations for your journeys? Show me your wares. Dragon meat. Hello. Camping supplies. I don't think we need any. No, we're 2 of 2. I'm glad it shows over there. That's nice. Igran.
Hello.
Igran stands behind a stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and his muscles in his arm are knotty and lean, but he holds the weapon with ease. He nods at you. Come to take a look? You won't find a finer collection of armor and weaponry in Defiance Bay, outside Solnild's, of course. He flashes a crooked grin. What's so special about Solnild? She operates in the expedition hall. He jerks a thumb over his shoulder, sells the best equipment in the city, but Weenan keeps her on a short leash, keeps her fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditionists, members of the dozens, and anyone else he takes a liking to. Let me see what you have for sale. Ooh. %20 of damage restored as endurance. Attacks can stun on crits, +4 accuracy and damage, and it still has room to be enchanted. Wow. Borasane, unique warbow, 2-handed. It's got quite the story, too. Let's read it before we end the episode. The dwarven clan of Langmere dwelt in the wilds of Nasatik, hunting game and surviving off the harsh land. Summers were brief and winters difficult, but the winter of 2562 AI was one of the hardest in the tribe's long history. A mighty snow leopard had established territory nearby, scaring off much of the game near the village. By Funauten, the hunters were returning with little more than rabbits, and the winter freeze was nigh. A dozen of the best hunters stuck out across the tundra, determined to hunt the great cat. The beast was craftier than they'd planned, and by Inaverno, half of the hunters and most of their hunting foxes had been slain without so much as wounding the leopard. Desperate and furious, one of the hunters crafted a bow from the bones of her slain fox. As her remaining companion looked on, it seemed that all of her rage was channeled into the weapon while she carved and shaped it. Her work completed, she set off and tracked the beast to its lair. Once she killed it, she decorated her bow with its teeth as a reminder of the deed and of the long and tragic hunt. Now, black with age and use, the bow is nevertheless fierce to behold. It's studded with the teeth of a large cat, and the notches curve in tight spirals. Wow, that seems like just an awesome thing to have. Lost Things Reach, the lady's hand. Shatterstar. Well, he's got some cool stuff. We could probably sell some stuff, but I guess we'll have to do that kind of thing next time. So, until then, if you enjoyed it, please leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. This is Father of Two, signing off.